We have another interesting feature on Places this week with our sunshine girl, Jelly Soriano. Jelly?
Thanks, Butch, and hello there, everyone. I am Jelly Soriano on Business and Leisure this week. With this upcoming feature, we share this restaurateur's faith in Philippine cuisine and know that sooner than you think, our turn is next on the top global cuisines. Sabao means soup in Filipino, but whoever thought that this common daily fare would turn out to be a winner in the local restaurant scene? The roving BNL crew talked to young and dashing entrepreneur Erwan Heusaff, one of the co-owners of Sabao Soup Bar in Makati.
So Sabao basically opened in early to mid-March, and it's a concept that I actually started working on back in 2008. I saw that there was a lack of representation for Filipino food worldwide, and I saw that every country had a representative when it comes to soup. Vietnam had pho, Singapore had laksa, Japan had ramen, Chinese had ramen as well. So I was really thinking about, what about our soups? Because each time I had friends or chef friends that would come from abroad and come to the Philippines, they would absolutely love the different flavors and varieties of soups that we have because they're very intricate flavors and very different. So we were looking at the concept and decided to craft it and call it Sabao because Sabao 1 means soup in Filipino, and then the way we write it with an O also means bao, which you go in any country in Asia and in the Philippines, you always have like siopao and things in buns and stuff like that. So we wanted to make it a restaurant primarily focusing on soups and baos.
Outside, it is unmistakably an Asian restaurant. Inside, the Filipino flavor is unmistakable. The walls featuring a modern take on the native sawali, and the wooden tables are very Filipino with a modern touch. Filipino condiments like the patis are present in every table. With only about 20 items in the menu, the group behind Sabao has remained focused on their concept and never got distracted. It took them about 2.5 years to hone and fine-tune their concept. But the idea of working around the idea of Filipino soups remains central to the concept. The ramen craze took the metro by storm recently, and the group patiently waited for the storm to cool down before they went into the fray.
We waited until about mid last year to really start the project on its wheels. In terms of the food and development on that side, development of the store, it's been since maybe July last year to March this year.
And like most businesses, it is also about location, location, location. And their choice was narrowed down to Salcedo Village in Makati.
I enjoyed the city vibe it has. It's not a very big, spacious place, but there's a lot of streets. You can walk from point A to point B. It's not too hot. There's nice wind. So I really always wanted to open something in Salcedo because I want to be able to give more options outside of the malls. And kind of have people go and drive to the restaurants or walk to the restaurants because it's such a nice feeling. So when we saw the space kind of being built and we knew the location and it was still a very quiet location, we decided to go ahead and take the risk and say, okay, let's try it out here and see what happens.
And so the first Sabao Filipino Soup Bar was born in March this year. What surprised them was the number of foreigners who have been coming to the place and have been loyal customers since. They obviously enjoy the clean, natural flavors of the soups, which are healthy and preservatives-free.
In Vietnam, you have your pho, right, which is usually a beef broth, comes with noodles already, comes with slices of beef, or you can usually choose the type of beef you want inside. And then it comes with coriander, some chilies, and then on the side you'll have your fish sauce and different kinds of ingredients. So we thought, okay, what are the most popular Filipino soups? So we started off with those soups, but all those soups are built. And by built, I mean they have broth, vegetable, and proteins and sauces. And then on top of that, you can add about 15 different toppings to it. So you can add more fresh herbs, you can add more protein if you want to, you can add rice, you can add brine rice, you can add canton noodles or miso noodles, just to make it different and kind of create your really own, your own sabao. The whole menu is the soups, and then after the soups, you have the toppings. After the toppings, you have what we're calling the dry bowls. So it's basically, you choose the starch, either rice or noodles, different kinds, and then you can top it with either chicken, pork, beef, or even like dumplings or anything. So you can make your own rice bowl as well, or noodle bowl. And then we have the baos, which are rice flour buns, and those are filled with different fillings as well that you can choose. And then we have the small plates, which are just little side plates and things you can eat, like beef salpicao or corn elotes, but done in the Filipino way with alige, and desserts. That's it.
As much as possible, according to Erwan, he likes to work with local farmers, even if sometimes this would mean less savings for him as against the big conglomerates. But he does it anyway. As limited as the menu is here, private functions are very much an option at Sabao. Reservations are accepted throughout the day except for lunch when the restaurant is at its busiest.
Currently, the bulalo is the bestseller in the soups, and then it's quickly followed by the binakol and the binakol and the molo. They both sell really well. The pork sinigang also does very well. But since it's a limited menu, what's great about it, they're all more or less bestsellers. Filipinos for sure will gravitate towards the bulalo because it has bone marrow, it's fattier and everything. And the foreigners will actually order more the binakol and tinola because it's cleaner, ginger, lemongrass, things that for them are very healthy. And then most of the foreigners will order black rice or brown rice. Correct, and the Filipinos will order either white rice or canton noodles to add to it. Yeah.
Other popular dishes are the shrimp bao, which has sesame poached shrimps, alige aioli, celery leaves, spring onions, cilantro, and crispy shrimp head. This sells at only 95 pesos. The beef salpicao, which is 178 pesos, is a steal as it has soy ginger braised beef, black garlic oil, roasted garlic, garlic chips, and cilantro. The chicken adobo, which sells at 95 pesos. The pork canton bowl, which has sampalok glazed pork belly, pork shoulder, adobo glaze, toge, garlic chips, pickled sibuyas Tagalog, scallions, and canton, and sells at 280 pesos. The bulalo, which also sells at 280 pesos and which has soy ginger braised shank, toasted bone marrow, red and green cabbage, corn, potatoes, bok choy, and celery leaves in a nice piping hot beef broth. The corn selling at only 78 pesos, which is steamed corn alige oil, house seasoning, lemon scallions, and cilantro. For desserts, they have halo-halo, which sells at 95 pesos.
I'd like everyone to just come check out a different spin on Filipino soups here at Sabao. We're located in an area that's actually quite hard to find. It's Valero Corner Rufino. The building is called Signa. It's a big black building, you can't miss it. There's parking available in the basement. There's also parking available on Valero Access Road 4. At Sabao Soup Bar for details, or obviously on Facebook. They can find us under the same name. And yeah, that's it.
We hope you enjoyed that one, a novel take on the ordinary everyday Filipino soup. Well, once again, my name is Jelly Soriano, and I will see you all again very soon. Now back to you, Butch.